Well, it's a privilege that I get to address you today. I'm sorry that I could not be in person with you at the meeting. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to change my travel schedule so that I could make this meeting on Monday. So I haven't done anything like this before in terms of filming a videotape, so bear with me. I was asked to address you by Martley, and I guess the reason that she asked me to address you is because I'm new to the company, and I used to be in your position, meaning that at the company that I came from, which used to be Motorola, is now called On Semiconductor, I was corporate. And so I was in your shoes. I was the one that had to deal with all of the regions and the LBUs, and so I totally know where you're coming from and a lot of the frustrations you have in terms of dealing with us that are out in the regions in terms of trying to get reports and updates and have us roll out the initiatives that you're trying to drive. So believe me, I have a lot of empathy for you in terms of where you're at. So from my perspective, I came from a company, Motorola, where we had basically sites all over the world. So Japan, China, Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, India, Thailand, Vietnam, all over Europe, including Czech Republic, Slovakia, France, Italy, Germany, United Kingdom, Israel, and then North America also. So I have a lot of experience dealing with the same countries and regions that you have to deal with. And at Motorola, we were one of the pioneers sort of becoming a global company. We were the first company to go into Mexico. We put a wafer fab in Mexico actually in 1966. We were the first company to go into China with a joint venture in 1996. So we had a lot of experience dealing with global initiatives, dealing with trying to be a global company. And so that's sort of where my background is, and I think why Martley asked me to address you. So coming in, if I look at how, from an LBU standpoint, we interact with you in corporate, I was a little surprised. It's a little different from the way it is in Motorola. One of the things that I see in T-Systems is that there's more of a tendency to try to push out global policies sort of in a one-size-fits-all mode. And a lot of what you seem to drive works in Germany and in Europe, but doesn't necessarily fit quite as comfortably in the other regions. And for example, I'll give you the diversity policy. The diversity initiative works very well in some countries. Like in Japan, where you have a very homogeneous culture, gender-based diversity initiatives tend to work very well. In Malaysia, diversity is much more complicated because you've got the racial mix of the Malays, the Indians, and the Chinese. They all have different religions, different foods, different cultures. So it's a much more complicated scenario. And then if you look in the United States, gender-based quotas are actually illegal. Diversity is a very hot topic politically in the U.S. right now. We have a whole movement called the Tea Party movement, which is very much anti-affirmative action, quotas, different things like that. So in the U.S., the diversity initiative doesn't fit quite well. So that's an issue where I would say one size does not fit all. Something else that I've seen that's, I think, been a frustration from my standpoint from being on the LBU side that makes it very difficult is there's not a set of consistent templates or policies from one group to another. So for example, trying to get hiring board approval, you have different templates for the service group, for production, for SI, different rules, different things you're looking for. And if there was anything that I could wish for, I guess, from an LBU standpoint, is that there would be more consistency among the groups in terms of what you're asking from us. I think that would make it a lot easier for us and maybe less frustrating for you. The third thing that I've noticed is I think there could be more of a partnership between the LBUs and corporate. Right now, it seems to be a lot of just expecting us to cooperate and to comply with everything that gets rolled out to us, or with all the reporting that we need to do. But it seems to be more of a one-way sort of avenue where it's not give and take. And so if there was any suggestion I have, is just try to make it more of a partnership with us, so that we also get, it's value added for us to interact with you, so that we're not just feeding you back reports. And I think that would really help. I would also say in the Motorola days, the thing we really try to do is not roll out too many initiatives. And I can tell you that since I've started here, I've been somewhat overwhelmed with all the initiatives that have gotten rolled out. We usually, in the Motorola, when I worked for Motorola, tried to roll out maybe 2 to 3 global initiatives per year. And that seemed to be what our regions could have the bandwidth to handle. But I see a lot more initiatives coming down from T-Systems corporate. So I'd ask you to just be sensitive and be patient with us, because there just is a lot of initiatives coming down the pike, and it's hard sometimes to keep track of everything that we're expected to do or report back on or roll out. So again, be patient with us. Thank you for letting me address you today. I really enjoy working with all of you, and I look forward to getting the chance to see you in person next week. Thanks.